And Gregg Marshall sits down to join us, presented by Hog Wild Pit Barbecue. And Shockers with a 68-54 win over Omaha, giving him now a 12-1 record in season openers. So congratulations on that. And overall, how do you rate this performance?
Mike, I would say tonight was probably a C-. Lots of factors. We talked about the factors that could come into play for the game. Referees, injuries, fouls, not shooting the ball well. But tonight, you lose JB in his first run. He played like 4 minutes. So now you're down 4 scholarship players, and it was very difficult from the rotation with guards. All those people said you have too many guards, whatever. Well, tonight we didn't have too many guards, and Eric got in foul trouble. I thought Trey Wade, Dexter Dennis, and Grant Sherfield had the best plus minuses once again. I mean, Trey Wade's been a savior for us in his 3 outings: Nebraska, Northeastern State in the exhibition, and then tonight he looked really good. He knocked down some threes. Dexter knocked down some threes. We don't shoot free throws well. We don't have 2 guys that make free throws. Trey made a few, I think 4, and Morse made 1. So we're not attacking the basket. And when we are, we have guys like Dexter and Dennis and Eric Stevenson going 0 for 2 from the foul line. That just can't happen. So we've got to get to the line more, make more when we get there. But the positive, which kept it from being a win instead of a loss, and was the defense. I thought we were very good defensively. Let's see, we gave 39% overall, 26 from 3. They only go to the line 10 times. We go 11. And no, we go 12. But we did a great job on Pyle. The big guys, they can't score out there, but man, they defended tonight. And Pyle's a very good player. Dexter did a great job on JT Gibson. He goes 4 for 11. We lost Zach Thornhill on the very first basket of the game. I think it was Eric just lost him, and then he lost him one other time on a back cut in the second half. But other than that, I thought our defense was what carried us tonight. Rebounding-wise, let's see.
Good rebounding.
44 to 39. So you got to do a better job in that. They're banged up too. I don't know what happened. Their point guard wasn't here tonight, the Robinson kid. But we were down 4 scholarship guys tonight.
And one maybe kind of slightly surprise positive, I thought, was the play of Morris Udeze, who had just come back and practiced with you one day from the concussion protocol. I thought gave you a pretty good lift off the bench.
We needed him. He's the only 5-man that scored a basket. And he leaned on the big fellow down there, Pyle. Pretty good defensively. What did Mo do tonight? He made 3 baskets, 4 rebounds. In 13 minutes, he has 7 points. So, yeah, we needed him. Asburn struggled. He was good defensively, but he struggled on the offensive end. And then I couldn't believe one of those shots for Poor Bear wouldn't go in. He had late in the second half, he had the layup right there in front of us with the left hand. Usually he's very good with that. And then he had the short jumper. But we've got to attack the basket more with those guys and try to get the other post player, which they didn't have much depth, in foul trouble.
2 additional really good statistics for you. 15 offensive rebounds, 7 turnovers.
Yeah, we only had 1 or 2 in the second half, as I recall, Dave. So yeah. I'll take that every time. I thought early in the second half, Grant Sherfield kind of steadied us. He got a couple of pull-up jumpers off ball screens in transition and looked really good. He still goes 0 for 4 from 3, but I thought he was he and Trey and Dexter, made 18 of our 26 baskets. So and he was a plus 17 along with Dexter plus 18 and Trey plus 23. No one else was in double figures. The next closest guy was Eric. Plus 9. So we've got to. Thank goodness we had those guys. That's the most important stat. What does the scoreboard do while you're in the game? Does it go positive or go negative? And those 3 guys, Trey, Dex, and Grant Sherfield, carried us tonight.
You mentioned attacking the basket. 21 of your 36 shots in the first half were Trey's, only 10 of 35 in the second half, and that's probably a little more the percentage.
Yeah, we talked about that. Too many threes. And we weren't executing to get threes. We were trying to run our ball screen stuff, and we were, I don't know whether we were tired or we weren't screening and rolling up behind. That's what you're doing on each side. Screen and roll up behind. So you're going to come off the ball screen for your offense, lay up or pull up, the roller, or throw it behind you for the roll-up, which gives that big guy, after he rolls, a chance to sit in and frame his face and try to get the ball in the paint. Now, if that doesn't work, you throw it to the other side and you do it again. But our bigs were laboring to get out and set a ball screen, and then they weren't rolling. And I'm telling them to roll to at least the arc where you can't take a charge inside that arc. But we weren't doing that. So we've got to become much more crisp and efficient offensively.
And coming up Saturday, another team that people may not know, but Texas Southern won 24 games last year and won on the road at Baylor, Oregon, and Texas A&M. So a very dangerous opponent.
Yeah, and they've got like 9 Division I transfers. So this is, I don't know, it may have 11. There's some crazy number of how many dudes they've got. So I'll go back to a term that we use affectionately in college basketball. At least Greg Heyer used to talk about goons. They have some goons, and we need our guys to play like goons.
Too early to tell about Jamarius's ankle?
Man, I didn't see it, but he was on crutches. I mean, couldn't even walk around. So it just, I don't know. Yeah, it's not good. So we got to get Noah back, hopefully. So he may be pressed into some duty Saturday if he can come back.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right, want to know.
All right, Shocker head coach Gregg Marshall, presented by Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.